Shine a light for us, my brother. Hold it high for all to see. May it show the way, the path of unity, as we walk with you to seek our destiny. Say a prayer for me, my Father. Say a prayer for you and me. Say a prayer for us, my Father. Say a prayer for us and all humanity. Play a song for us, my sister. Shout it loud and clear and free. Let us join with you and all the gods that be, as we sing as one, a voice of harmony. Bless the earth for us, our mother. Bless the earth for you and me. Bless the earth for us, our mother. Bless the earth for us.
Morning. Good morning. Welcome to Unity of Santa Barbara. I'm Forrest Lightberg. I'm happy to be your platform host today and sharing the platform with Reverend Phil as well as Reagan Thompson. Welcome this morning. I'd like to acknowledge our musicians. Vocalist Natalie Nesh, welcome. Pianist John Douglas, thank you. Bassist Randy Tico, and drummer Renee Martinez. Thank you so much. So today, Reverend Phil will be sharing his thoughts and perspectives on how to accept your divine innocence. So I ask that you join me in speaking and affirming this truth. There is only one presence and one power active in the universe and in my life, God the good, omnipotent. Please stand and join in singing Spirit Fills the Universe.
Spirit fills the universe, its presence is in everything. Love from God surrounds my life, and so this joyous song I sing. God is beauty, love and fulfillment. God is complete prosperity. I am one with Spirit, so I claim the life that's meant for me. God has given me the way to hear the path that's best for me. Knowing this, I ask for guidance, listening for what is to be. accept the love of God, and as it fills my heart and mind, I see everything around me mirroring the joy I find. I am thankful for the assurance that all the universe is one. I release my prayer with joy and know that it is surely done.
While you're standing, I invite you to say hello to those around you and connect with your Unity community. All right. Well, that brings us to our daily word. Our daily word is worthy. All people are worthy as children of God. It can be easy to look at others and see the differences, the things that tend to keep us separate. I may make judgments about their worthiness, for example, but each person is so much more than their appearance, habits, and histories. Today, I commit to treating others as I would want them to treat me, as the divine beings that they are. I will look beyond appearances, put aside any judgments, and open my heart to others. I will treat all others as individuations of the divine and beloved members of the human family. As I do this, I feel differences and separation fall away. I behold all our similarities and feel a new kind of kinship, one both of respect and acceptance. All people are one in God, and each is worthy of inclusion and belonging. It is that very Spirit bearing witness with our spirit that we are children of God. Romans 8:16. So now is the time we also welcome our in-person and online guests. We've been blessed to have viewers in many, many states and countries. And thank you so much for joining us. If you are joining online, feel free to please leave comments and receive a free gift if you go to unitysb.org/free gift. As simple as that, you can receive that. And to all of you here in the sanctuary, please feel free to invite your family and friends wherever they are to join you online or in person. If they can't be here in person, of course, as I just mentioned, they can join us online. So also know that we have very special guests joining us online from Oak Cottage Memory Care. So let's give Catrice and all our friends at Oak Cottage a big shout out and send them our love and blessings. Today is also Friendship Sunday, so anyone who brought a friend, if you brought a friend, then this is their day. So We welcome you, we welcome your guest, and who's here for the first time? Ah, okay. If you're comfortable, please stand. We'd like to welcome you to our community, and thank you for coming. So Clifton is our welcome usher, Mr. Clifton, and he would like to tell you a little bit about the first visit gift package. So Clifton?
I wasn't expecting to speak, so pardon me. So the newcomers, we love having you here. Unity is a beautiful place, and we want you to feel welcome and feel the love that we have. To welcome you here, we'd like to offer you a free lunch, and you can take that today or another day if you like. We have a bottle of Aura Cleanser Spray that's very nice, and you can take back into your life and uplift the vibration of your spaces and your hearts and everybody around you. And we have 25% off at the bookstore, and we have some free marbles, and we have good colours in there. Thank you very much.
All right. Our youth are also here today in the community room outside. They're participating in our youth ministry program. Also, the Knox School is back in session during the full Monday through Friday week. And Interact Theater Arts School has also returned. So the laughter and the joy of children fills this campus and these grounds almost every single day, every single week. So let's join together for our community blessing. Please join me. May this be a sanctuary of peace where hearts are open and spirits soar. May we grow in love, rooted in purpose, and uplifted by hope. Bless Unity of Santa Barbara today, tomorrow, and always, in all ways. Namaste. We do believe in the power of prayer, and we do offer prayer support. Prayer chaplains are available post-service. If you're a prayer chaplain, will you please stand? Yes, wonderful. Thank you so much. So if you need support or are looking, please feel free to approach Greg, and he will be happy to support you. Also, there is a confidential prayer request box in the atrium. So if you need help finding that, you can also speak with Greg, who just stood up a moment ago. And don't forget, our Shirley Campbell Chapel is open for prayer during the week. That is just across here, across from the sanctuary. And next, I'd like to welcome Natalie back to lead us in how we can prepare for our lovely meditation with Reagan.
Tell you were anything less than beautiful. How could anyone ever tell you were less than whole? How could anyone fail to notice that your loving is a miracle? How deeply you're connected to my soul. How could anyone ever tell you were anything less than beautiful? How could anyone ever tell you were less than whole? How could anyone fail to notice that your loving is a miracle? How deeply you're connected to my soul. could anyone ever tell you you were less than whole? How could anyone fail to notice that your loving is a miracle? How deeply you're connected to my soul.
And please welcome the wonderful Reagan Thompson for our meditation.
All right, thank you so much. It's so nice to be here with you all. So let us begin our meditation together. And please, if you would, if it feels good to you, close your eyes. So let's begin by taking some beautiful, slow, gentle, relaxed breaths. These beautiful breaths that you're feeling coming in through your nose and out through your mouth are already being infused with so much divine, pure peace. This beautiful breath that you're feeling on the out-breath is being infused with the pure peace, divine peace of spirit coming into your breath, coming into your body, and landing in your heart. This relaxed, gentle breath that is becoming a symbol of this peace coming into your body, into your heart. This peace is filling your heart now. This relaxed stillness, this peace that is coming into your heart so beautifully that it's beginning to overflow from your heart. It's starting to move throughout your entire body. The peace that passeth understanding. The peace that is the presence of God's light inside your body. See if you can feel the magnificence of what we're sharing, which is that this peace that you're feeling that is being infused into your breath, coming into your body, literally is the light of God coming into your body. Coming into your heart, you are now being invited to feel inside your heart that there is a doorway. See the doorway, feel the doorway. It is inside your heart. It is a brilliant doorway that you can walk through at any moment. And so if you see this doorway, we invite you to open it at this time. Inside the doorway is a lovely light, a brilliant light, a shining diamond crystal white light. It is the light of spirit. It is the light of your soul that you're walking towards and experiencing your soul's light at this time. See if you can just feel yourself basking in the light, which is this pure peace that we speak of. See if you can feel that it's in this space that all there is peace, because your soul is its innate beingness is this peace. Feeling yourself relax even deeper into this space. If you so choose, we invite you from this space to let it overflow and bring all your attention and all your focus into the center of your eyebrows, into your third eye, between your eyebrows. Imagining a golden, peaceful lake that is now surrounding you. It's surrounding you so beautifully. This lake is a shoreless lake. The gentle ripples of the lake, each one is simply a facet of who you are. And each one is being bathed in this peaceful embrace of this loving, peaceful, flowing water that is just gentle in its movement. It's vast. There is no shore. And it's a symbol, once again, of this very gentle, flowing energy that flows within you and around you all the time. We're inviting you to let the peace that's within your third eye, within the center of your eyebrows now, become like an overflow, flowing into your forehead, flowing now into your heart. It's a diamond white crystal light flowing into your forehead, flowing into your heart. This beautiful, gentle energy, this peaceful energy. Inside your heart, you're being invited to drop in here a little deeper now. Feeling your soul's light and spirit now is here. It's even more vast, more wide, more open within your heart. It's so wide and vast and open that it wants to move. It wants to move through your entire system. It wants to move into every cell of your body. It's overflowing into all of your cells, into your bones, to your blood, to all of your organs. If you would please just vision and see this white diamond peaceful light flowing through your entire energy system. Your whole vessel is being filled with this magnificent golden white light. You're being bathed in this light. This is God's light. This is the presence of God moving through your entire system. It is purifying. It is cleansing. It is working with whatever is in your system that has not felt this peace as of yet. Any fragmented parts, any child parts, any ego selves, anything that's been hanging out in your chakras, your energy system, tension in your body, it is all being worked with. Take a slow, gentle, deep breath here. Moving into an ordinary breath pattern, a gentle, reciprocal giving and receiving of the breath now. Every breath, you're being filled with more of this peaceful, loving, purifying light. And on the out-breath, you are letting go of what is not of this peaceful light. God's light, the presence of God, is this peaceful light. Gentle, slow breaths. Now one more deep breath. Letting it all go. Trusting and knowing that exactly what occurred here today, it has been divinely timed. It has been divinely orchestrated. And you don't need to know what was purified. You can rest and know that was worked with within your system. It was simply ready to leave, so you can be the bright, luminous being of light that you truly are as a soul and a body. Thank you so much. God bless you all.
Why should I feel discouraged? Why should the shadows come? Why should my heart feel lonely and long for heaven and home? When Jesus is my portion, my sing because I'm happy. I sing because I'm free. His eye is on the sparrow, and I know He watches me. Let not your heart be troubled. His tender word I hear, and resting on His goodness, I lose my doubt and fear. So by the path He leadeth, but one step I may see. His eye is on the sparrow, and I know He watches me. His eye is on the sparrow, and I know He watches me. I sing because I'm happy. I sing because I'm free. His eye is on the sparrow, and I know He watches me. Whenever I am tempted, whenever clouds arise, when songs give place to silence, when hope within me dies, I draw the closer to Him. From care He said to me, free. His eye is I sing because I'm free. His eye is on the sparrow, and I know He watches me. His eye is on the sparrow, and I know He watches me.
Good morning, everyone. Sorry about that. A little technical difficulty on my end. Anyway, good morning, and it's wonderful to be with you this morning, as always. One day, a man had a heart attack while he was shopping for groceries in a grocery store. An ambulance was called, and he was taken to the nearest hospital, which happened to be a Catholic hospital. And when he woke up from his emergency surgery, there was a nun sitting beside his bed with a clipboard and some forms. What she really wanted to know was how he was going to pay for his treatment. So she said, "Do you have health insurance?" He said, "No, no health insurance." "Do you have savings?" "No, no savings." "Well, do you have any relatives who could help pay for this?" And by this time she was getting a little agitated. He said, "The only relative I have is a spinster sister, and she's a nun." The nun said indignantly, "Nuns are not spinsters. We are married to God." He said, "Perfect. Give the bill to my brother-in-law." As a child, wait, back up. I was going to begin by saying, I once saw a cartoon, a Peanuts cartoon, in which Lucy asked Charlie Brown what he had had for breakfast. Charlie Brown said, "Peanut butter and guilt." As a child, that was my regular diet on Sundays. Every Sunday in my childhood church, we would say what we called the Apostles' Creed, what apostles had never heard of. In that creed, one of the lines says, some of you may have done this in your childhood church, as far as I don't know. Anyway, one of the lines said, "I admit that I am by nature sinful and unclean, and that I have sinned against God by thought, word, and deed." How's that for a big helping of guilt? So I have a new affirmation for us this morning, and I'm going to ask you to join me in saying, here it is. I celebrate that I am by nature innocent and pure. Together, I celebrate that I am by nature innocent and pure. This morning, millions of Christians are telling themselves they're guilty because of something called original sin, which supposedly was the result of the so-called fall of man in the Garden of Eden, which, by the way, is not a real place, it's fictitious. My favorite Bible scholar, Bishop John Shelby Spong, said, "We haven't fallen. We're still rising. We're still learning how to be fully human." And I would say also, and fully divine. We'd all say that in unity. Bishop Spong continued, "Christianity, if it is to survive, must release the concept Jesus died for my sins, as if God needed someone being punished. I love the saying, I don't remember where it came from, but I love it anyway. The saying is, God created us in his, her image, and ever since then we've been returning the favor. Bishop Spong then said, this concept that Jesus died for our sins generates so much guilt that Christians have had to project it onto someone. Through the ages, that's been Jews, Muslims, women, blacks, and gays. And in our own life, for each of us, it's the same. If we believe we're guilty, we then project that guilt onto other people through judgments or critical thoughts. One of the most important concepts I ever learned is that every judgment of someone else is a projection of an unloving thought I have about myself. In fact, Carl Jung once said, the biggest contribution any of us can make to world peace is to take back our projections. Also, if we believe we're guilty, we unconsciously do things to bring up our guilt, like being out of integrity or not keeping our agreements. And one thing I love about A Course in Miracles, it's the only spiritual text I've ever seen that addresses guilt. Helen Schucman, the scribe for A Course in Miracles, once said she once asked Jesus, why A Course in Miracles? And in response, she was shown in a vision a really large mountain, very high and very wide. She was told the goal for all of humanity is to get to the other side. She was told that we could go over the top of the mountain or around the side, but that either of those ways would take a very, very long time. Then she was shown a tunnel right through the mountain and was told that that is the path of A Course in Miracles. And she said, the name of the mountain is guilt. My own introduction to A Course in Miracles was, I started trying to read the text all the way through. After about 100 pages, I felt like someone was hitting me over the head with a board. And I said to myself, well, clearly this is not for me. But it kept following me around. And eventually what I learned is that that feeling of being hit over the head with a board was all of the suppressed guilt I had been carrying around for the rest of until then, of my whole life. And that was when I started being able to feel and release the guilt and realize my innocence. A Course in Miracles says, believing that we're guilty is not the solution, as traditional Christianity says. It's the problem. It also says, if you believe you're guilty, gladly appeal the verdict to God. The Course says, the case may be foolproof, but it's not God-proof, and God will simply dismiss the charges against you. Part of a belief in our guilt is a belief that we've sinned. One day, a Sunday school teacher asked her 6-year-old class, what must we do to be forgiven? One little boy said, sin. Believing we've sinned means we deserve to be punished. A Course in Miracles says, however, mistakes never call for punishment. the only ever call for correction. In one of Alan Cohen's books, he says that one day, he talked just about a 20 girl been dropped off at a corner of a street in Los Angeles, given $20, and told that from then on, she was on her own. And I'll let Alan tell you in his words the rest of the story. He said, I was struck by the hardness of this young woman's face. Though tender in years, she seemed old, tired, and heavily defended. She looked at least twice her age and then some. The show host announced that his staff had found Cindy's father, whom she loved and had not seen for many years. Moments later, he walked on stage and embraced his little girl, whose makeup was now streaming down her cheeks along with her tears. Alan said, I wish I had a picture of Cindy's face when she saw her dad. In an instant, those horribly painful years fell away, uncovering the tender child who had been cast unprotected into a cold world. Cindy's innocence was not lost. It was just hidden. Like Cindy, we're not evil or bad either. We're all just in the process of correcting our mistakes and learning to accept our divine innocence. Our innocence is a free gift from God. It's an eternal aspect of our divine self. We can't earn it, and we can't lose it. All we can do is lose awareness of it and then reclaim it. When we do, everything in life gets easier and works better. A Course in Miracles says, the source of all guilt is the belief that we separated from God. And it says part of that original idea, the idea that we separated from God, is what it calls the authority problem. And the authority problem is believing that I am my own source of life, rather than knowing God is the source of my life. Today, I'm going to share with you some ways to reclaim your original divine innocence. Your assignment, should you decide to accept it, is to pick one to focus on this week. The first how-to is to practice forgiving others and yourself every day. This is always the number one way to accept our innocence. Pay a special attention to anyone from your past that you have not yet fully forgiven. How often did Jesus tell us to forgive? 70 times 7, right? Which of course means non-stop, continuously. I came across a story recently about a girl, 17-year-old girl, who had been raped and then killed by two 18-year-old boys or young men. They were caught, tried, convicted. At the trial, the girl's mom lobbied for them to receive the death penalty. Her thought was, why should they keep living when my daughter is dead? She held on to that bitterness that she felt that day for several years. And as she did, her health continued to get worse and worse. Finally, she went to a doctor about her health. The doctor referred her to a psychotherapist, and the psychotherapist suggested unity. So she went to a unity church and heard the idea that forgiveness is a gift. Forgiveness of others is a gift that we give ourselves. That idea resonated with her, so she began to practice forgiving these two young men. And a few months later, asked to get together with the parents of those two young men. Because after all, they had lost their children as well. And when they all got together, for a long time, all they did was cry and hug each other. Shortly after that, the mom began to advocate for the release from prison of these two young men. And then shortly after that, she had a very vivid dream. In her dream, her daughter appeared to her and said, "I love you, Mom, and you have learned forgiveness, which is what I came into the world to help you learn." When I read that story, I thought, well, then who is it in my life that I couldn't forgive if she can forgive that much? The second practice, the second how-to, is to practice surrendering to God, to give your will and your life to the Holy Spirit in you. I invite you to join me in my daily mantra, which is one of the lessons from A Course in Miracles, and says, "I will make no decision by myself today." I say that every day. In Matthew 5, verse 3, Jesus says, "Delighted, overjoyed are those who surrender to God, for theirs is God's constant counsel." The third how-to is to clean up, because anything incomplete in your past feeds your guilt. When my wife Laura and I taught 6-month-long courses in deep transformation, one of the assignments we gave the students and had done ourselves in our own 6-month course is called an integrity checklist. And the idea is to complete anything from the past that is incomplete and thus robbing us of our energy of today. When we taught one of these programs in Houston, Texas, one of our students said, as part of her integrity checklist, that she hadn't paid income tax for the past 3 years because she was afraid of how much she was going to owe. So, of course, one of her assignments was to file her income taxes. Weeks went by, and every week she'd say, "Well, no, I haven't done it yet." So after about 6 weeks of this, we finally gave her another assignment. She had told us that she could put everything that related to the income tax returns for those 3 years into a shoebox. So we invited her to put everything into that shoebox and carry it with her 24 hours a day, as a reminder of how insistent she was on holding on to her guilt. 2 weeks later, she did file her income tax returns for those 3 years through an accountant, and discovered not only didn't she owe any money, but she actually had a refund coming. The next how-to is to be willing to release a belief in punishment. No one deserves to be punished. And besides, punishment simply does not work to change behavior. Another student in that same 6-month course in Houston was an elementary school principal who told us that she was thinking about resigning from her job because in the late 1980s, which is when this was, corporal punishment was still not only allowed but encouraged in Texas. And of course, what that meant was paddling students with a wooden paddle. What happened was teachers would bring students to her office, and she was supposed to paddle them, hit them with a board, so that they would improve their behavior in classroom and then bring them back to class. And she couldn't do it anymore. Also at this time, she had been learning in her own life how to responsibly and appropriately express angry feelings that she had through yelling words into a pillow or hitting a bed with a tennis racket. And so she decided the next time someone brought someone to her office to be paddled, instead of that, She was going to take them out, and she did, take them out to the playground and teach them how to stomp around the playground and just say whatever they were angry about. And she said it was amazing how much better this worked to support better classroom behavior than punishment ever had done. Mistakes never call for punishment, but they do call for correction. So, the next how-to is to practice being in integrity and keeping your agreements. One powerful way to accept your innocence is that when you say you'll do something, do it, or else communicate beforehand and change the agreement. Not keeping our agreements feeds our guilt. It also teaches others and ourselves that we aren't trustworthy as innocent. We can't perceive others as guilty and at the same time experience ourselves as innocent. Our mind just doesn't work that way. So let this week be about accepting and embracing your innocence. Think of a person you once saw as guilty. Can you think of someone that you thought of as guilty? If so, bring that person to your mind, see them in your mind's eye, and say with me out loud after I say this affirmation. You are innocent. You've never done anything that deserves punishment. Together, you are innocent. You've never done anything that deserves punishment. And now, think of something you felt guilty for doing or for not doing. Can you think of something? And then affirm with me after I say this phrase. I am innocent. I have never done anything that deserves punishment. Together. I am innocent. I have never done anything that deserves punishment. Have a wonderful week celebrating Unity's second basic principle, your inherent divine innocence. The world deserves to be free of guilt, and so do you and I. We all deserve to realize our divine, inherent, original innocence. Namaste.
Before we continue, I just wanted to speak to the technical difficulties. And that wasn't on our side, it was on his. So I'm going to have to make a tech support call to Minnesota, I guess. But we'll get that squared away. And I'm going to have the team do a recording of that and post-production and make it better for you.
All right. Now is the time that we acknowledge that we truly live and dwell in a prosperity consciousness, knowing that as Charles Fillmore, the father of unity, said, we shall serve for the joy of serving, prosperity shall flow to us and through us in unending streams of plenty. We affirm this flow with our tithes and offerings and give freely of our time, talent, and treasure, as we know that we are Unity of Santa Barbara, a spiritual community and home. There are many ways to give. They're here on the screen. So I'd like to call the ushers up, please. Thank you. They're already here. As we prepare to give our tithes and offerings, whatever amount you are guided to give, take it in your hearts and hands and bless it with your love. Let yourself feel grateful to God in you as your one source. Natalie will sing This Little Light of Mine as we share our offerings and tithes. and we invite you to sing with us as you give.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. In my brother's heart, I'm gonna let it shine. In my brother's heart, I'm gonna let it shine. In my brother's heart, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Sing with me, unity. In my sister's soul, clap your hands. I'm gonna let it shine. In my sister's soul, I'm gonna let it shine. In my sister's soul, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. All around the world, I'm gonna let it shine. Let's do it. All around the world, I'm gonna let it shine. All around the world, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Let me hear ya. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Unity.
So will the ushers please come forward? Will you please join me in our prosperity blessing as we receive these gifts? Join me, please. Divine love through us blesses and multiplies all that we are, all that we have, all that we share, and all that we receive. Thank you. So you may sign up for our newsletter to receive Unity updates by email. Those are outside here at the welcome table across from the sanctuary on my left, your right. The Wings bookstore, you can find a book or a gift for yourself or a loved one. Please drop in today or during the week. Today is also Buffet Sunday. Next Sunday is Potluck Sunday, so please sign up again at the welcome table outside. We have a delightful lunch today, lovingly prepared by Paul, Laney, and our Unity Kitchen Angels. And it includes roast potatoes, vegetables, salad, and for dessert, we actually have a birthday cake today, and none other than for Reverend Phil, who you just, yes, exactly. So we would like to sing Reverend Phil a very happy birthday. right. So please mark your calendars. Reverend Heidi is back with her very special soul shop, Make Space for Grace. It's on Friday, October 17th at 7 p.m. I also want to remind you that our lovely Reagan Thompson will be sharing her Rapid Healing Meditation, Rapid Healing with Mantra and Meditation event on the 4th Sunday at noon in the sanctuary here. You can also join the Dances for Universal Peace in the chapel. So I'd like to welcome Kelly up to the stage briefly to speak about an upcoming estate planning workshop. Welcome, Kelly. Good to see you.
Hello.
Morning.
See you. Thank you so much. Nice to see everybody on this glorious Sunday morning. Isn't it just spectacular outside? Yeah. And I just got to say, Phil, happy birthday. I love Reverend Phil. Even when you apply a 20% discount to his lesson, it is still fantastic. So thank you for that. So I'm here to remind you that just 1 week from today, we'll be having our planned giving event. On behalf of the Prosperity Committee, I'm here to let you know that this event is for you, not for Unity, even though it's got a title of a planned giving event and it's coming from the Prosperity Committee. This event is just for you. There is no ask associated with this event. This is an informational series that we're bringing to you, and I just want to give you the firepower that we're bringing next Sunday to talk with you. We're going to have Brooke McDermott of Mullen and Hensel. She is an estate planning attorney. We're also going to have Tamara Skov, who is a licensed fiduciary. She comes to us from Quinn Fiduciary Services. And then we're going to have Donna Weidel, who is a senior vice president at Merrill Lynch. If any of you know Donna, you know how much of a pistol she is. And if you know any of those people that are here, I hope that you come and say hello to your old friend. Know that they are here. That all of these people have devoted their lives to service, and they're here to provide a service for the people of Unity. This is an informational session to talk through topics surrounding how to make sure that you've got all of your ducks in a row when it comes to long-term planning. So hope to see you next Sunday after our service, and thank you again. Have a great rest of your day.
Thanks, Kelly. Thank you, Kelly. All right, so I want to thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you, Reverend Phil, for another powerful message. Thank you, Reagan Thompson, for your beautiful meditation. And remember, there are so many amazing things happening here at Unity Santa Barbara. We're so happy you've chosen Unity for whether that's for a reason or a season, now or forever. And if you'll please join hands and sing our peace song, please stand.
Peace on earth.
Please join me in our prayer of protection. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God be with us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.
Yeah.
We'll hold him to it. 'Cause I felt bad about that.
Does it have anything
Well,
to do with
because Chuck specifically liked it when Heidi was minister. That's a number of people did.
was great. I could actually relate to that.
Yeah.
Of course, I did like the funny story.
Yeah, Phil's funny.
Phil's funny, but Heidi was very funny. I loved her thing about, yeah, you know you're getting old when it's from the woman's point of view, when you go into Victoria's Secret and you buy a sexy nightie or teddy nightie, and they gift wrap it without asking you.
Yeah.
In other words, it wasn't intended for me.
Right.